Archangel Michael, peace in your heart, gentle words for everyone. For the moment we are living, I ask the following. Treat one another with respect. If someone does not have your same opinions, then do not criticize them. Each person is at a different moment in their effort to understand life. Do not belittle those who do not know. Encourage those who are trying to learn. Stop with the hatred. Everyone is doing their best. For those who harbor hatred, that is all they know, they are doing their best. Your judgment does not help improve their situation. Send love. Send your support and understanding when you see a difficult situation. Times will change, and this only because you will allow them to change. What you do today will reflect in tomorrow's world. Were you full of critical thoughts or of love? Choose the higher road. The world will evolve only if you evolve. Do not have petty thoughts, because this keeps things petty. Look at everyone with love and with the conviction that they can change their ways. Change arrives when you believe that change will arrive. The door to excellence does not open by kicking someone when they do not know. The door to excellence opens when you support and guide someone. Are your actions critical or harmful to the situation? Examine yourself carefully. Where do you fall short? Can your attitude be improved, becoming gentler and more affable? There is so much hatred everywhere because this is what people do. Hate each other. Why? They are enacting what they have seen, what they have learned. Forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. They are doing their best with the information they have and the skills they have learned. It is up to those who understand the value of love to be a guiding light and treat others with kindness and sincerity. Open doors for others. Greet them with a hello. Bring back small gestures into our world. Can you look someone in the eyes? Can you give them a friendly nod? Do you allow someone to walk in front of you? Carry a heavy bag for a neighbor. Strive to change your way of being in the most loving way possible. From heaven we observe this. Kicking someone when they are down and then laughing. It breaks our hearts. Never in heaven would we do that. Sarcasm is a strange thing. It should be light humor, but it can have a dark undertone. Check your thoughts when negativity creeps in. Stop and analyze it. Transform it into positive. Everyone is trying to survive. Even those you think do not understand, they are just trying to survive. Our message is human kindness. Let it begin with you. In the future you will look back on today with a smile. Today was the day you took to heart that all men are created equal and no one should be humiliated. Change your ways now if you are one of those people who likes to criticize. Make it end. Your future will be brighter and your health will improve. Carrying hatred around only brings out negative feelings within your body and creates illness. Listen to our call for a kinder and more loving world. Love and support one another where you can. It is our wish for 2026. May you take it to heart. Any pain you feel can be alleviated by love. The Zen practice of direct experience. In every moment it is possible to immerse yourself in the present moment and let go of stress, oppression, frustration. The Zen practice for doing this could be called letting go into direct experience. I believe this mindfulness practice can lead to a more peaceful experience in every moment, and to reducing frustration and stress over time. It is powerful. I will talk about what direct experience means, explain how it can lead to freeing oneself from stress and frustration, and then talk about how to practice it. What is direct experience? Direct experience means paying attention to the physical sensations occurring in this precise moment. For example, visual sensations, light, color, shape, movement, sound, touch, taste, or smell. You can focus on some specific physical sensations. The feeling of your breath passing through your nostrils, a sound in the distance, or the feeling of the ground under your feet. Or you can focus on a broader awareness of all the sensations you notice around you in this moment. But no matter what sensations you focus on, direct experience is about living something that is happening right now, in this moment. Not thoughts about the future or the past, not concepts like a problem that worries us, not judgments about someone else or questions about why they must behave in a certain way. These are things that take us away from direct experience. How direct experience leads to letting go. So let's imagine being frustrated with someone else. You are absorbed in thoughts about why they should not behave as they have behaved so far, and how unfair this is to you. With the practice of direct experience, you might notice you are frustrated and let yourself be carried by the direct sensations of that frustration in your body. Instead of thinking, I shouldn't feel frustrated, you can simply let yourself be carried by the sensations. Focus on them for a few moments and relax. You might also turn your attention to other sensations occurring in this moment. the light coming through the windows, the noise of the wind outside, the colors of the leaves on nearby trees, the singing of birds, your chest rising and falling with your breath. Whatever sensation you turn your attention to in that moment, you are out of the conceptual world and into direct experience. You are in the moment, and in that moment nothing is needed. There are no worries, just an experience. It is relaxing, it is peaceful, it is rich and always sufficient. The practice of direct experience. How do you practice it? To begin with, it's rather simple. Not always easy. Remain seated still for a few minutes. Commit to doing nothing else but practicing the direct experience of physical sensations in this moment. Notice something in this moment. It could be the sensations of your breath. It could be the sounds around you. It could be the visual texture of something in front of you. Or the light in the room. Or the ground under your feet. Choose one thing and just experience it. If you switch to something else halfway through, that's okay, but don't change rapidly. Let go into the experience by relaxing. This is not a do everything the right way practice, but simply relaxing and accepting the experience you are having. If you get carried away by thoughts, that's okay. Think of them as part of the experience of this moment. But if you notice thoughts, don't get overwhelmed by them. Return to some other sensation that is happening in this moment. Let it be relaxing and peaceful. Let it be delightful. As you practice every day, you can extend the exercise a little longer, until you can do it for 10 minutes. Then try doing it at different times of the day, while doing something else. Washing dishes, taking a walk, having tea. Slowly, you will improve your skill in this practice and be able to perform it at any time. And then you will discover that peace is always at your disposal, no matter what happens. With love, Leo. Babauta. Zen Habits, Messengers and Signals for 2026. Year of the Fire Horse. Chinese New Year start date. Year of the Fire Horse, February 17th, 2026. The horse symbolizes the chariot, flying horses, momentum, freedom and truth of the soul, rebirth, forward movement. Courage, new beginnings, symbolizing passion and transformation. Often associated with bold actions and alignment. Beloved wonderful souls, blue ray, starseeds, lightworkers, empaths, angels, and angelic ones. 2026 carries the living codes of the chariot, representing sacred movement, mastery, and soul-driven will. This is not movement fueled by force, but by inner alignment and divine intention. The fire horse arrives as guide and guardian, igniting courage and stabilizing the nervous system of the healer for those who walk between worlds. In the Creator Code and Celestial Numerology, the number 10 has profound meaning. Numerologically, 1 represents the self, amplifying inner knowing, while 0 symbolizes source, the infinite potential from which all creation springs. Together, Universal Year 1 in 2026 will attune you to the voice of your soul. It whispers, trust the inner divine spark. This call will be stronger, providing you with a clear sense of right direction, as it will be stronger and will guide you unequivocally toward what is true. Your Divine Creator Code / Divine Presence / Personal Liberation in the phone session. The number 10 symbolizes the rebirth of your authentic self, the return to your original wholeness, and the creation of new pathways in your life. It reflects the integration of every lesson, initiation, and soul fragment you have gathered, reminding you that nothing is missing. You are ready, and you are not alone. Shamanic wisdom, the horse as sacred guide. Your totem for the year. In shamanic tradition, the horse is a sacred animal that carries the healer across dimensions. Its powerful yet grounded spirit allows it to transcend linear reality, retrieve lost soul fragments, and restore wholeness. The fire horse does not flee from flames. It moves through them, transforming fear into forward motion and initiation into embodied wisdom. As a totem grounded in the earth, the horse teaches you to stay rooted while journeying through subtle realms. Your feet are firmly planted on earth, anchoring new frequencies for the new earth to the physical plane, while your heart is lifted by sovereign, free spirit guided by divine intelligence. Healing is not about abandoning the body. It is about fully inhabiting it and allowing spirit to move through form. The Spiritual Codes, Hidden Blessings, Messengers and Signals for 2026. When do you see these signals? As you move through 2026, the universe speaks not only through inner knowing but also through living symbols and recurring messengers appearing along your path as confirmation of alignment. Pay attention to what repeats, what arrives unexpectedly, and what gently insists on being noticed. 101. Angel number message. One of the key numerical signals of 2026 is 101. A living code of remembrance and initiation. The number 101 carries the imprint of the universal one, amplified by Source, 0. Reminding you that every new beginning emerges directly from divine intelligence. When 101 appears, it is a clear sign of alignment, gentle course correction, and divine connection. It is a loving green light from the higher realms, affirming, you are on the path. Keep moving forward. You are supported, guided, and sustained. You are not alone. Spirit walks with you every step of the way. Sparkles the power of the Creator Code 10 Heaven numerology. This code often signals both completion and beginning. It can indicate that certain lessons, relationships, or karmic cycles no longer need repeating. The wisdom has already been integrated. For ancient souls, the appearance of 10 reflects karmic purification and soul maturity, affirming that you now proceed by choice, not by obligation. You are free to create. The horse, sacred messenger of 2026. The horse emerges as the primary animal messenger throughout 2026, embodying forward movement, freedom, endurance, and soul-led momentum. The horse seems to remind you to trust your instinctive wisdom and move with courage, even when the ground ahead is unknown. It teaches the balance between grounding and expansion, navigating life's obstacles, and pursuing your purpose. Swift movement guided by inner knowing rather than force. This year, the horse may also appear to you in higher symbolic forms, such as the unicorn or Pegasus, reflecting different expressions of the same soul frequency. Pegasus, the winged horse, symbolizes inspiration, divine guidance, and transcendence, connecting earthly and heavenly realms. The unicorn alongside the horse. The unicorn may appear as a modern symbol of the fire horse, bearer of a high frequency of magic, rarity, and sovereign authenticity. The unicorn represents the courage to be uniquely yourself, visibly, unabashedly different, without dilution or compromise. As a horse infused with an additional element of light, the unicorn mirrors the essence of the fire horse year itself. Rare, catalytic, and transformative. When the unicorn enters your awareness, it gives you permission to embody your full radiance, embrace your originality, and allow your gifts to be seen. Together, 101, 10, the horse, the unicorn, and Pegasus form a sacred constellation of guidance for 2026, anchoring alignment, forward movement, and authentic self-expression. These messengers remind you that the path ahead is meant to be embodied, experienced, and lived in full resonance with your soul's truth. Blue-ray beings are a group of ultra-sensitive and empathic souls, like the indigos, from many different ascended planets and realms of light to illuminate humanity's genetic code and elevate divine consciousness on Gaia. They are the lost ray of the light worker. Shekina, a Hebrew word in the language of light, is a blue-ray mentor. Shekina is the lost aspect of the sacred divine feminine of creation, which is the embodiment of God, the ascension process. The blue ray is the group soul consciousness, the highest aspect of all blue rays. Together we transmit these transmissions to you. Archangel Uriel, releasing the need for control and unconditional love. I recently read a channeling from the Arcturian group by Marilyn Raphael where they spoke about a recurring habit of attempting to exert control. It really hit me in the face, so my teammates and I discussed it, at which point I decided to ask Archangel Uriel about it. Rob, Uriel, could you give us some insight to continue on our ascension journey, about what the role of releasing any sense of control is, if it is necessary, and how to do it? The Arcturian group's message clearly struck a chord with me, so I know there's something about me involved. Do you have anything to share regarding this? Uriel. Greetings, Rob. Greetings to all. I am Uriel, as per your request. And I am honored by your request, and I thank you for it. You've been pondering this question for a couple of days now, and I commend you for the honesty you are showing within yourself, observing yourself with a critical eye, your behaviors, your thoughts, your beliefs. But what does controlling mean? It is true that the ultimate access way, the gateway to the next levels of ascension within the ascension process, depends on how well you can express unconditional love, first and foremost, toward yourself for yourself. And this, of course, is reflected in your feelings toward all others and everything you see, because everything you see is simply a reflection of what is within you. It is a construct you have put there to show yourself what is happening inside you, experiences you choose to live to eliminate one part or another of your belief system, so you can examine it and decide what I want from this point. Do I believe in my belief system? Is it correct? Is this how I want to be in the future? All experiences allow you to see what lives within you, and you know what lives within you based on your emotional reaction to what you are witnessing. The idea presented to you of releasing any sense of control is absolutely correct, because whenever you seek to exert control over others, you are trying to control some aspect of your belief system, based on what you currently believe. This, of course, creates barriers to your progress. So, demonstrating that you have no need for control and surrendering completely to what is, in fact, an act of unconditional love. Think for a moment about this word, unconditional love. Are you placing conditions on what you feel for another, on what you feel for yourself? God places no such conditions on his love for you, you being part of that divinity. So, likewise, you are asked to examine your sense of love for all others. Are you expressing it unconditionally, that regardless of what another does, says, believes, you love them anyway for what they are, which is an integral part of God, the divine of you? So, yes, releasing any sense of control is the gateway to moving forward. And whenever you find yourself wanting to exert a certain sense of control, which often manifests when you impose an expectation on how others or how you yourself should behave in a given situation, this is your indicator. Are you able to love yourself, to love all others, to love everything you see without expectations and allow them to be as they are, wherever they are on their path, wherever you are on your path? Can you love yourself enough to just let go? Very often when you hear let go, deep down it means precisely let it be. Let all others be what they are. Let yourself be what you are, for where you are on your journey. The more you do this, the more you will discover that life will change for you. Experiences in your life will become easier and easier. Not that world events will become less dramatic, but they will become less dramatic for you, for how you react to them. That is how you know you are on the right path. You are still on the right path to discovering the full depth of who you are and why you are here. And all of us on this side are so excited about the progress you are making. Yes, the ascension journey is ultimately an individual journey, each of you individually on your own path, but humanity as a whole will reach the next level when a sufficient number of you reach that next level of understanding of who you are. So the collective stems from the actions of the individual. And I repeat, we are all excited about the progress you are making. Despite what you see in the external world, everything is proceeding according to plan. It won't be long before events occur, becoming much more dramatic, and the path you are following becomes much clearer. But no matter what may or may not happen in the future, take care of yourself. Continue to examine what you believe about yourself and everything will fall into place. So, once again, thank you very much for this opportunity to bring a little clarity. 5D Arcturian Council. The art of doing nothing. We greet you from a field where time does not flow, there is no rush, where creation unfolds through natural alignment. We come to remind you of something your world has almost forgotten. Nothingness is not empty, it is intelligence at rest. Your bodies are designed to rewind when you stop pushing. When action stops, your nervous system releases its armor, your cells shift from survival to repair, and memory dissolves its old cycles. In these intervals of silence, the body does not sleep, it reorganizes. It listens to signals that are drowned out by constant movement, tasks, noise, and urgency. You have been programmed to believe that progress comes from doing more, planning harder, proving your worth through exhaustion. And yet, every great creative leap on your planet was born in quietness. A long aimless walk, a gaze out a window, a moment when nothing was demanded of you. In these spaces, you access altered states of mind not through techniques, but through permission. When you stop, your brainwaves slow, your heart rhythm becomes coherent, and your imagination opens like a door untouched for years. You remember who you are without your roles. You feel the subtle guidance that has always been present but rarely heard. We invite you to practice a different kind of discipline, the discipline of allowing. Hold these intentions gently in your field. I allow my body to restore itself without interference. I trust the intelligence that unfolds when I am not directing. I grant myself a pause, without guilt or justification. In quietness I receive insights that action alone cannot provide. My creativity arises from rest, not from pressure. I remember that being is the source of all doing. Beloved ones, nothingness is not the absence of life. It is its womb. Enter and let yourself be carried for a while.